Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is Broke to Stoke. My name is Jasper, and today I wanted to talk about audience, what your audience might be. If you are trying to be a creator in the creator scene or the creator economy, whether that's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or some other sort of platform or outlet, you might be doing a podcast or tips and tutorials or just talking about finance or some sort of creative outlet of other sorts. This video might be for you because this is just a thought piece, which mostly this is what I kind of do on the channel. But without further ado, I do want to just kind of jump right into it and start talking. So I'm going to need some coffee. It's nice. You need to find the people that are going to engage with your content or engage with what you are putting out. So if that's a product of some sort, maybe you're trying to run a Patreon or something like that, some sort of subscription-based content, you need to find an audience before you really can market that. You need to find the specific niche that you're going to be working with or trying to do. This channel, like I said, is focused on the creator economy and sort of my thought process approaching it. It hopefully can create sort of a conversation in your own head about what maybe you can or cannot do or what you should or should not do when approaching new things on different platforms. The main thing for a lot of people on YouTube is that there's just such a large landscape. It's a vast area of what you can do on YouTube, just from talking about finance or doing like cooking videos or pottery tutorials or building a website, photo, whatever. There's so many different things that you can do on YouTube. So I think when you're approaching YouTube or a space like YouTube, you need to really just find out what you are going to be doing. Define your channel the way that you think you can best express whatever you're going to be doing. It's really important, of course, if you are going to be doing something, say, like, just walking through the woods and showing different plants and identifying them. That could just be one kind of a channel. And I'm sure there are channels like that. And you have to then find a way to create an interactive experience. You can't just have video clips of people just showing, oh, here's like a mushroom, oh, here's an acorn, here's an oak leaf, things like that. You need to find a way to create some sort of entertaining or educational value that people can engage with. So they're looking forward to learning something from that video, or they're looking forward to be maybe inspired or in awe by that video. If your videos are just random things kind of thrown together, you're not going to have any sort of cohesive flow. There's obviously thousands, if not maybe millions, of topics that you can cover on YouTube. So the limits really are just what kind of thing you want to do and what kind of thing you can do consistently. I think this channel, I can in the future do tips and tutorial videos. I've already done one of lighting. I'll post that up here so that you can check it out. Or it might be over in this corner, I don't know. That video is, a little thing to help people if they are interested in getting into the creator economy and setting up lights in their own bedroom and kind of creating their own little YouTube studio, in the corner. That's hopefully something that can be helpful. In the future, I want to talk about photography and lighting for portraits or for flat lays and how to do product photography and things like that. And those are going to be sort of just the parts of the channel where I talk about me building my business and things that I've learned from my experience as a photographer, as a videographer, and creating the product that my clients are looking for. When you're looking for your audience, you need to find the people that are going to come to your videos, the people that are going to interact with your content, the people that will check out your posts and share it and things like that. Now, something that I've realized in the past week is that your audience most likely is not your direct surrounding community, the people that are right around you. They most likely are not going to be trying to start a business and do photography or start a YouTube channel or start a podcast or whatever. And even if they are starting a business or something like that, they might not be necessarily thinking about branching out in these types of ways. So if you are trying to enter the creator space and you're looking for an audience, your audience is already out there. It's already out in the internet, in the world, waiting for you to sort of step forward. So you're never going to find that audience until you really kind of post a video and start to try and actually form some sort of channel or platform that you really find, passion in creating around, sort of whatever topic it might be. That is also very true in the real world with, starting a business in an area, in some sort of community. You have to sort of start with a product or multiple products and see what does well. If you are doing landscaping, you might be just good at mowing lawns and not actually good at hedge trimming. And so you might market for a bunch of things, but you're only getting lawn mowing business. So what if you just turn your landscaping business into a lawn mowing business? I'm just trying to give real world examples. Of course, there's so many other examples that you can use, because a person who does pottery might only make mugs and bowls, but what if there's a whole market for plates or sets of things, or teapots? But what if they don't do it well? So how well does your clientele receive your products that you are putting out? You have to figure out what does the best. I am personally interested in longer format videos, more information being packed into a longer, more detailed kind of video. Now, that's just me. I watch a lot of YouTube because I'm always trying to pick up information for all sorts of different things. I watch video tutorials for photography, editing, photos, and videos trying to help you organize your time, and tax tips, tutorials, and things like that for, when you're starting a business, and all sorts of stuff. I really see from my perspective that your audience could be huge, because you might have people who are into photography watching your videos, but they're also trying to get into other things. Maybe you talk about how to make money with photography. So not just tips and tricks on, this is how you use the light, or this is how you do your exposure, or this is what focal length means, and this is depth of field, and things like that. You can also talk about how to sell your photos online, or build a website, or start transforming your business from just photography into videography. A lot of people out there think, why should I start a channel? Or why should I start trying to post things online? I see that a lot where I live. It's just a big miss, I think. I think there's a lot of business that's just missed. It's like an opportunity that just isn't seen. And it might take 5 or 10 years before the businesses where I live really kind of understand the value that I'm trying to talk about. And it's kind of funny because it's there are some businesses that are trying to step into the digital social media world around here, but they're also not really giving the effort to learn or trust someone like myself with photography and video, and trying to help them with, designing a better website and things like that. And I do have a couple clients that, work with me. That's awesome. And I'm building a portfolio with them, a nice working relationship, and also a nice portfolio of just hey, this is what I've done with this person over time, and I think that those are great opportunities that will continue to evolve. and continue to grow. I can't take that for granted. I really appreciate the support that I get from the people who do take me seriously and do hear what I'm trying to say, do understand mindset that you have to be in to really try and comprehend what going online can do. As a person who does have this photography business and does want to do videography, I'm also creating another outlet just by doing this for myself, by posting on YouTube and talking about these points. These are going to be things in the future that, I'll look back at and I'll be able to say, hey, that was a really great point that I made. And, even if nobody else watches this, I can go back and reference different points of when I was, developing and understanding what it is to be a business owner and creating a business. And in the future, if this does end up becoming a channel or some sort of other monetary income, or even if it becomes the main source of income or whatever it might be, something that's important to think about, having that one thing that you're willing to put in some time and risk it and say, hey, will this pay off? Starting my website with hardly anyone really knowing what I was trying to do. I posted a little teaser here and there about what I was trying to do on my personal Instagram. I got a couple orders from my friends and I felt supported and things like that. But it trickled off because I didn't have any sort of outside audience. I did market myself towards an outside audience using Facebook and using Instagram, but I didn't have anything prior to that, really. I didn't have any sort of audience before I started venturing into being a photographer. So when I created a website, I kind of shot myself in the foot a little bit because I should have then already had started to build an online presence of some sort with my photos and with video and with things like that. And I kind of had, but I hadn't really put in the effort towards it. I kind of rebranded that old account and then started with my website and built a Facebook page and things like that. And it took time to really kind of start to try and understand how to have a cohesive flow of I'll post this and I'll update this on the website and do this. And I'd love to in the future make some sort of video about that, talking about how you can organize your workflow. When you post something on social media, you then go and update your website, or you go and post something over here, or have universal posting, and trying a bunch of different things, but not spreading yourself too thin so that you're trying everything. You want to be good at a couple things and see what works. Maybe try 2 or 3 things or 4 or 5 things. And, depending on what the process looks like for your production. And, just start posting videos or photos and, create an account and start building that audience and see where it goes. Posting reels on Instagram kind of is a great way to pick up engagement, but you also get more views that don't really seem to actually engage with your content. You have to find that fine line of where your audience is and where your engagement is, and find what works and try and mesh that, try and mold something out of what you want to do and what seems to be received well by the people that are watching your videos or engaging with your content. So that's really it. I enjoy longer videos. I think there's a lot more use from longer format videos, and I'd love to turn these into audio files so that they could be just listened to in a podcast format. And so that's another thing I might try and branch out and do, is just turn these longer videos into sort of podcasts that you can listen to instead of pulling up YouTube, and you can subscribe to that. Then we'll see if there's an audience there. Maybe we'll actually run a test or a challenge or something like that. There's a lot of people on YouTube that kind of put too much drama into things, and I just want to be real. I just want to talk about my real experiences and talk about me as a human and my thoughts on developing a business and, branching out and trying new things. I'm focused on the millions of people out in the world who want to try and do something, anyone who's just trying to do something. If you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a comment down below what your favorite part was or what you felt was most impactful. Leave a like if you so please. And if you are not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Once again, this is Broke to Stoke. Jasper is your host. And, I hope your life is all about growth. There you go. Peace.